Every year, 1.5 million engineers graduate in India. Yes, 1.5 million. And yet, if you walk up to most of them and ask one simple question, show me something you have built, something real people use, most of them go silent. Not because they were not smart, not because they didn't study hard, but because for 4 years, nobody asked them to build anything. They wrote assignments, they submitted projects, they made PowerPoints, they cleared exams, and then they stepped into the real world. And the real world had a very different question. What can you build? This is where layer 4 of Zenith's curriculum begins. And honestly, this is where most traditional colleges end. Think about the typical 4-year engineering degree. How many students graduate having deployed a live application, having handled real users, having debugged a broken system at 2 a.m. because something stopped working in production? Almost none. At Zenith, Layer 4 has one goal: closing that gap. Students don't just write code, they ship it. They learn how a web application actually works end to end. How front end talks to back end. How backend talks to a database, how all of it sits on a cloud server, serving real people. And here's the thing I want parents to hear. This is not about teaching your child the hottest framework of the year. Frameworks change, languages evolve. What is in demand today can be irrelevant in 5 years. I have personally taught engineers for years. More than 200 of my students have made it to top companies like Google, Meta, and Amazon. And every single of them had one thing in common. They didn't memorize tools. They understood systems. They knew why things worked, not just how to make them work. That understanding, that design thinking is what doesn't expire. That's what Layer 4 builds. Not coders, but builders. Now, Layer 5, AI engineering. Here is something that might surprise you. In the last 5 years, almost every major company in the world has started an AI initiative, and most of them are struggling. Not because AI doesn't work, but because they can't find engineers who can take AI out of a research notebook and into a real product. Anyone can take a dataset, run a model, and get an accuracy score. But can you deploy that model? Can you monitor it when it starts making wrong predictions in production? Can you scale it when 1 million users hit it at the same time? Can you build the data pipeline that keeps feeding it? This is the skill gap right now in the industry. And this is exactly what Layer 5 is designed to close. Students here don't just study machine learning theory. They learn model deployment. They build data pipelines. They work with vector databases. They build RAG systems and AI agents. Not toy projects, but production AI. The engineers who can do this today are amongst the most sought after people in the world. Layer 6, building LLMs from scratch. Let me ask you something. You use a smartphone every day. Do you know how a transistor works? Most people don't, and that's completely fine. But the engineers who designed that phone, they did. Here is what is happening right now in the world. Hundreds of millions of people use AI like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. But the number of people who actually understand how these systems work, only a fraction. And the number of people who can build them from scratch, even smaller. Layer 6 is about becoming that person. Students here don't just use transformer models, they implement attention mechanisms from scratch. They build tokenizers, they train small language models, they understand at a deep level what is actually happening inside these systems. Why does this matter? Because in the next decade, the people who lead AI, not just use it, will be the ones who understand what's happening inside the black box. Sundar Pichai, the Indian origin CEO of Google, once said, AI is probably the most important thing humanity has ever worked on, more profound than electricity or fire. If that is true, do you want your child to become someone who uses electricity or someone who knows how to generate it. Layer 7. Frontier AI, robotics, RL, multimodal systems. We are now in the final year territory, and this is where Zenith students step into a space that very few engineers in India are even thinking about yet. Reinforcement learning, robotics, intelligent agents, multimodal AI. Let me give you some context. For the last 70 years, the entire field of AI was about one thing: prediction. Given an image, what is it? Given a sentence, what comes next? But the next wave of AI is not about prediction, it's about action. AI that doesn't just answer you, AI that does things for you. Tesla's self-driving system doesn't predict the road, it decides and it acts. Surgical robots don't suggest where to cut, they cut. This is reinforcement learning. This is agentic AI. This is where the world is going. Students who spend their final year here in optimization, reasoning, robotics, multimodal systems, they are not just prepared for today, they are positioned for what's coming. And now layer 8, business plus product plus entrepreneurship. The layer that honestly most engineering colleges in India pretend don't exist. Let me describe the standard pipeline that most engineering graduates walk into. 4 years of studying, a campus placement, SD1 at an IT services company, writing standard applications for the next 3 years, waiting for an appraisal. That pipeline existed for decades. And for a long time it worked. But something has changed. AI is not just replacing junior coding tasks, it is rewriting what it means to be a valuable engineer. The engineers who will matter in the next decade will not be the ones who can follow specifications. They will be the ones who ask, why are we building this? Who is it for? Does this create real value? Technology by itself is not the point. The value it creates is the point. Layer 8 teaches students exactly this. Product thinking, market understanding, how to monetize ideas, how to build from 0 to 1, startup frameworks, organizational design. Not because every student will start a company, but because every engineer who wants to be irreplaceable needs to think like one. By the time a Zenith student graduates, they don't just have the technical depth of a seasoned engineer, they have the thinking of a product leader and the instincts of a founder. That was all about the 8 different layers of Zenith's curriculum designed to produce top AI builders and leaders for the coming decade.